Read these stories and then soar. Rebecca Carroll. Editor's note. Dear reader, we've always been here, and yet when you're an adoptee, often the last thing you expect to encounter is your own story, any version of it, in any universe. If you're a transracial adoptee, you may feel like an alien when going out to dinner with your white family, patrons staring right and left, some of them bold enough to ask you outright, is that your brother, sister, mother, father? Or where did they get you? Reading the stories and novels assigned at school, you may feel invisible if no characters identify as adoptees, or you may feel misrepresented if they were adopted, and that fact is played for laughs or used to justify prejudice or cruelty. Or, if you're like us, maybe you've encountered stories of adoptees that just felt off in some way, not really vibing with your own lived experience. Adoption shows up a lot in literature and pop culture, but most of the time, our stories are written by non-adoptees, white adoptive parents, white writers with no personal connection to adoption, and increasingly, non-adopted BIPOC folks. The lack of authentic representation of literature about adoptees by adoptees can lead to one-dimensional, even harmful portrayals of adoption and adoptee characters. It contributes to the view that adoptees are not the authority on our own lives. It can also lead many adoptees to feel as if they are alone, the only one, or even a freak, who no one else sees or understands. This is the representational void that we and our fellow adoptee contributors are writing into. Stephanie Valentine gives us a powerful view of how human difference and prejudice can manifest across planets and loving families in Almost Close Enough. In Jenny Hae-June Willis's Sexy, an adoptee teen grapples with feelings of isolation that make her more vulnerable to an untrustworthy person. Lisa Wool-Rimhueblum illustrates both the limits of colorblindness and the close bonds of love and understanding that can be forged between fellow adoptees in her comic, Love Is Not Enough. The ghosts of lost loved ones are everywhere in Mimi Collier's Haunt Me Then, while in Eric Smith's Truffles, or Don't Worry, the Dog Will Be Fine, loss is both acknowledged and changed through caring for another being that doesn't quite fit in. A young Native girl who doesn't know her tribal background begins to find community through a local Native women's circle in Susan Harness's Shawl Dance. And two Black adoptee teenagers stumble toward their own voices in Mariama J. Lockington's Cora and Benji's Great Escape. Storytelling matters. Storytelling can heal, and it can bruise. It can make us feel seen and connected, and it can make us feel alone and strange. We know that adoptees need more stories, by us and for us. We need the freedom to explore our very particular imaginations and identities on the page. As editors, contributors, and transracial adoptees ourselves, we were thrilled to throw ourselves into assembling an A-team of stories from many genres by leading adoptee writers today. The literary, sci-fi, fantasy, horror, speculative, and graphic fiction in this volume points to the complexity, breadth, and depth of adoptee experiences. Though we know there are many more stories out there yet to be shared, it will draw you in, make you laugh and cringe, grieve and hope, ask questions, and perhaps seek new answers. Most of all, we hope it will spark some flash of recognition in our adoptee readers. The knowledge that our stories have always been with us, waiting to be told and shared, processed and held. The only thing we needed was a forum, and each other. This is when we become ours. Shannon Gibney and Nicole Chung. Cora and Benji's Great Escape by Mariama J. Lockington.